Welcome back to Group Therapy, I mean Group Villain Review. Today we are looking at the punk rock band known as the Nazguls. For those who don't know, the Nazguls are one of the many secondary antagonists from the Lord of the Rings films and books. We judging these emos based off of 3 categories: origins, character, and best scenes. Let us begin! Seven rings to the dwarfs with their crazy beards. 3 rings to the elves and all their hair products. And 0 given by the 9 men who were a bunch of dummies. So once upon a time, this big evil force in Middle-earth named Sauron enlisted the services of the elven blacksmith Celebrimbor to help forge 20 rings of power. 3 were given to the elves, 7 to the dwarves, and 9 to the men. The rings seemed fine at first, but really they were made to seduce the different leaders to evil. 1 ring to rule them all was also crafted by Sauron himself and would be used to control those who wore the 19 lesser rings. The 9 men in possession of the rings were weak-minded and easily gave in to Sauron's will. Over time, they turned into wraiths, Nazguls, whatever your cup of tea is. From this point on, they served Sauron, carrying out his bidding. The first thing I have to mention is the character design. It's so simple but so effective at showing what a wraith would look like in this universe. The Nazguls are far from human and only kind of have these dark hooded robes to represent them, kind of like evil forces without physical mass. Besides this, Nazguls don't speak very often, with their head honcho, the Witch King, getting most of the line. These beings are forces of evil that, much like great villains before them, are relentless in their pursuit of what they want. They're intimidating, but not as strong as one would hope. Personally, I would think that the 5 of them would be able to take Aragorn on, but no, he just starts swinging a torch around and they all start running away like children. Even the head honcho, the Witch King, dies from Eowyn, who isn't the best warrior around on the block, She's not really trained. I just feel like, as cool and as intimidating as they are, they never back it up with their actions. However, I like the whole concept of them being corrupted by the ring, as they sort of serve as the warning to Frodo of what he can do, like what the ring can do to you. I kind of just wish they did something more as far as action goes. My 2 examples are both from Fellowship, and they're kind of early on. The first is when they're looking for the hobbits. I love this scene because at this point we don't know how big of wimps they are, and they're just super intimidating, hunting down these tiny little hobbits. It is frightening, absolutely frightening. The next scene I'm going to go with is later on when they're attacking the hobbits on top of the mountain. And they just all advance as one. It's awesome. Just the way they grip their swords and turn and start walking at them, it is scary as heck. It just makes it seem like they're one force of evil, one combined force. Too bad 10 seconds later they run away because of a crazy dude with a torch. I love the origins of the Nazguls, and they're just so it's kind of sympathetic in a way. They're men who fell into corruption just like many other characters in this story do. Their character design is also amazing, and they just seem evil, they are evil personified. It is scary. However, they never give us the combat to back themselves up, and you kind of lose the intimidation factor with that, and they come across weak when you think about it. I want to see them just kick Aragorn's ass, show Legolas what's up, but we never get that. I still love the design, and they're intimidating as heck. Nazguls get a 7. I love Lord of the Rings, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and there are so many more Lord of the Rings villains we can get around to over time. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe and like. Tune in next Monday for a special Christmas episode of Villain Review. We're going to do a Christmas villain. It's going to be awesome. You won't want to miss it. Subscribe so you won't miss it. Be there.